So I'm 19 years of age, and I often reflect on my past. The things that I've gone through in my life. I look back on it, I reminisce on my decisions and the actions I have taken in my life thus far to get me to the point where I'm at now. As I sit and reflect on the things I've done, I've noticed that a lot of my actions and a lot of my decisions are based off me, feeding my instant gratification. I mean, can you really blame me though? I grew up in an era where the internet is so prevalent. I get all my information fast. I get my food fast. I get my pleasures fast. I get everything at a very fast pace. And this has brought me to a point where I desire everything instantly. Like I desire everything I want. I almost expect it to happen right when I want it type shit. So this has developed me to a point where I live my life fully based off me, me sufficing my instant gratification, like the desire for me to want instant gratification. And I know a lot of y'all like this too. So like this is not even me just reflecting on my life. This is really just something that a lot of us have in common because like I said, we live in an era where everything is so fast paced. We live life fast. Word to Roddy Rich. Album was trash, but like you get what I'm trying to say. Before we even go any further, let's actually define instant gratification in case y'all don't know. So instant or immediate gratification is a term that refers to a temptation and resultant tendency to forego a future benefit in order to obtain a less rewarding but more immediate benefit. This right here basically sums up our life. Like we're willing to sacrifice the growing benefit of what will happen in the future for just immediate gratification, just for like immediate pleasure right now, and give us a less rewarding, a less beneficial, just a reward, just get less beneficial reward. And as we go on in time, more and more people are indulging in instant gratification because like I said, we live in a society where everything is given to us fast. So like everything is given to us fast, so we're conditioning our mind to get whatever we want. Like whenever we crave something, we want it at that very moment, and we will most likely get it at that very moment. So things like fast food, sexual pleasures. So we go to porn. We go to we want to feel like an elevated experience. So we go to drugs. Like so we want to reap the benefit without actually having to go through the journey of trying to get to that benefit. So that right there is what creates the instant gratification. And this really just kills the joy of getting the thing that you want because there was no challenge. Like if Shorty throw the pussy at you like first night, like you're not gonna really value it as much as she made you wait like 3-4 nights down the line. You feel me? So like it's not as fulfilling when we get instant gratification. And that's where delayed gratification comes in. If you don't know what delayed gratification is basically the opposite. We wait and we actually have to work for the thing that we want. And once we actually put in the effort and put in the work, that reward will become more fulfilling. That is a better reward at the end of the tunnel because the actual reward is through the journey. Because we're so used to instant gratification, we don't know how to actually practice delayed gratification. And there's a lot of benefits of delayed gratification. What are the benefits? I'm glad you asked. Learn to be more patient because you have to wait to obtain what you want. You learn to be more disciplined because you have to put in the work and the effort to get what you want. You learn how to be more focused. You just have more self-control because you're now this person that can control yourself to get the things that you want. You can put in the work so you can get the things that you want. And there's plenty of examples of delayed gratification. You got like no fat, you got working out, you can eat healthy, you can read books, things like that, because you're not going to see the benefit immediately. Once you start doing it, you're not going to just seek the reward right there. You have to actually put in work. You actually have to be consistent and be frequent, like frequently do this thing over and over again. And then once you get the reward is so powerful because the reward is rooted within the journey of you getting to that place, getting to that point. In 1960, there was a study in 1960 by a psychologist named Walter Michael, right? And he gave some 4-year-olds marshmallows. But there was a twist to it, right? He told the 4-year-olds that If you wait a little longer, I'll give you a second marshmallow. You either eat this marshmallow with this one marshmallow right now, or if you wait, you'll get a second marshmallow. They said that kids that waited for the second marshmallow turn out to be more, focused, more disciplined when they grew up to become adults. They became more focused, they became more disciplined, they became actually more successful as they grew up. They grew up and shit. People who understand delayed gratification, they understand that they need to put in work. They understand that life isn't just going to be handed to them immediately. Like, shit is not going to be just given to them like as soon as possible. They have to actually work and wait and just have to they had to like grind, basically. They have to grind and continue to just relentlessly put in work in order to see the benefit. But the benefit at the end of the tunnel is much greater than anything instant gratification can ever grant you. I mean, there's one thing you have to keep in mind is that instant gratification is satisfying. Delayed gratification is fulfilling. Delayed gratification, you'll actually value your reward because you done worked hard for it. You done put in the effort. You done put in, hard work to get to this point, and then you will, appreciate that reward even more. Like, for example, like if you're given $600 versus you put in 30 hours that week to earn that same $600, you're gonna appreciate that $600 more if you work those 30 hours versus if someone just gave you $600. It's still the same $600 regardless, but it's just the fact that you will learn to be more appreciative. You learn the skills to develop. You will actually learn how to increase that $600. Like, if someone else just given $600, right? The max amount of money they'll have at that point is $600 versus someone that actually was working for those $600. He can potentially make $1,000, $2,000, $6,000. He can flip that shit into a greater price because he know how to work for 600. If you know how to work for 600 and learn how to he has the skills to tweak some things out, he can potentially earn more money than $600 for 30 hours. To be honest, the reward itself isn't that valuable. Like, it's not as valuable because the journey you have to actually go to get that reward, you're gonna learn many things through the journey, and that reward is gonna mean much more. The reward is gonna be more significant to you versus if you just got the reward itself. Like, you build a character, you feel me? Like, you develop yourself mentally, physically, financially, spiritually. You just develop yourself overall, and those skills will carry on into different avenues in your life. You will learn how to implement this skill into something else because you first managed to learn how to use delayed gratification. Like, instant gratification is destroying us right now because our attention span is ass. Our attention span is ass. Like, we scroll on TikTok. Like, if the first second does not capture us, we're gonna scroll past to another video. Like, our attention span is so ass. We're so impatient and we want everything just immediately, right now, right now type shit. Like, we don't develop ourselves to become someone that deserves that reward, and that's just rotting us. Like, we're rotting our brain with that. That's like playing a video game, right? And you send the difficulty to the easiest level. Like, you're gonna run through that whole it's nothing. Like, you're gonna run through that whole game and you're not gonna really go through the difficulty of actually beating it. You're not gonna actually enjoy beating the game. You're not gonna actually get that fulfillment through the journey because there was no journey to begin with. So in conclusion, instant and delayed gratification, there's nothing inherently good or bad about it. Like, there's actually nothing wrong with instant gratification at all. It's just the fact that we need to learn how to balance the two. We need to learn how to balance the two. Like, it's kind of like the yin and yang thing. Like, we need to learn how to have the balance between the two. Because if we have too much instant gratification, we're not gonna really appreciate things that's given to us because we're just gonna run through it. We're not gonna really understand the power of what we have. But if we have too much delayed gratification, we're just gonna be damn near suffering ourselves. And we're always gonna be looking for something different. We're never gonna be satisfied because we're always gonna be chasing something that's ahead, because we're always gonna be working to get something that's ahead of us, but we're never gonna appreciate what we have in front of us right now. So it's really just, you're not gonna be satisfied. You're not gonna be happy with yourself if you just solely rely on one or the other. You need both of them. You need both of them to create a balance in your life. But it's the fact that more people partake in instant gratification because it's convenient. Like, it's easy, it's convenient, it's right there. We get it instantly. We don't have to put in no work. And that's why I'm just trying to make this video shine light. Actually work for something. Actually have to put in work, and to to actually get something that you want, you have to put in the work for it. And watch how that's going to make you feel once you actually get it, because you're going to be so much more grateful for what you have versus you just automatically getting it like that, and then you're not really appreciating it, and like, it's not going to be as fulfilling, you feel me? So yeah, that's really the whole video. Appreciate y'all for watching this. I'm gone. Be safe, man.